Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Tapping in real quick. Okay, so I'm on other TI's channel, targeted individuals. I'm on their channels. I done subscribe to all of them, I done subscribe to all the TI's channels, and I just be, some of them I watch, some of them, I just breeze through. A couple of them I watch. But I said I had to say this. Some TIs be like, okay, who's behind the gang stalking? Some say the government. The theory, that's a theory. Some say the Freemasons. Theory, that's a theory. This program, man, who am I to say? I don't know. But what I will say from my experience is they got connections, capital connections. Okay, so boom. When I went to the mental hospital, a few of the employees was a part of the program. They let me know that they was a part of the program, but all of them wasn't on it. And the therapist, the psychiatrist, whatever, I didn't get no bad vibes from him. I don't think he was. I don't get no vibes from him. I'm gonna just say he wasn't a part of it. He wasn't a part of the program. Seemed like he was genuinely, you know what I'm saying, trying to help. Okay, so boom, when I went to jail behind gang stalking, all the CEOs wasn't all the CEOs wasn't on it. They wasn't on it. All of them wasn't on it. But there was a couple of them in there to let me know that they was on it for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Like, who am I to say? I don't know. I can't say the government, the Freemasons. I don't know. But what I will say, okay. So I was on this dude. This going back to how I click on all the TI's channel and hit sub for the most part. Boom. So it's this dude named Lance Scurv. Shout out to him, Lance Scurv. I clicked his. Boom. But his channel ain't all about gang stalking. He talk about a plethora of things. But anyway, but he did interview this one targeted individual named James Harkin. Targeted individual. He got a channel too. But he ain't uploaded no video in some years. So shout out to him though. I hope you're all right. But so I'm listening to this interview. They talking about gang stalking and yeah, James, he was cranking on all cylinders. He hitting. Like, I'm like, man, everything he's saying, I'm like, it's just ringing bells. Like, sounds so familiar. Like, I went through a lot of the stuff he's saying. I went through the same exact thing. So anyway, boom. He even moved from Colorado to, I think I want to say Oregon or Washington, somewhere in the Northwest. Oregon or Washington, one of them. He moved and he stayed. He was there for about however many months, 4 months, and then boom, they start hitting him again out there. And so, same thing. So what I will say is, the moral of the story is, one thing he said that was very interesting. I almost forgot what I was getting at, but the moral of the story is, one thing he said that was very interesting. His theory is that it's the Freemasons, but they get their technology from the government. And I will say this. And another thing he said that was interesting is that, like, the gang stalkers, the people that's on the lower level, that's stalking you and harassing you every day, they feel good because they get access to this high-tech technology. Boom. And I agree. I agree because I've been around. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it like this. In one of my cars, it sounds crazy. It be sounding far out, man. And I be laughing, but I'm serious though. I be smiling and you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna, but in one of my cars, I could hear people talking. Not like, okay, like you cut the radio on, you hear people talking like out your speakers. Not like that. I could hear people talking like, but it sound like, you know how you could be in the house and you upstairs and then you could hear somebody whispering in another room downstairs or talking real low. It sound like they far away or muffled. I can't explain it like I can't, but it's not like loud and clear out the speakers. It's some other type stuff going like it's some other type, like it sound like I can't explain it, but I can hear, man. I literally could hear like people talking, but it sound like they far away or sound muffled or sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like in another room, like real low. Like if I cut the radio on, I can't hear it. If I cut the radio on, but if I cut the radio off and it's quiet out, like and it ain't no, I could hear like in this car, because I had at the time I had two cars, but in the blue car, I could hear voices, people talking. Like I could hear them, man. I swear. And then check this out. So back to what he was saying, like his theory is that it's the Freemasons is behind it, but they got access to like FBI technology. That was his theory. Who am I don't know, but I can say that it be some high tech technology that these folks be. So check this out. I had a honeypot. The first time having a honeypot. Now, honeypot, honey trap, whatever term you want to use for when they send a female at you, but she really a part of the program. So the first time I'm tripping, the first time this happened now, she talking. I can hear her talking like low, but she mumbling. She mumbling real low. And I could hear somebody like responding to her, like real low. I could hear it. You know how you be in the bed, you chilling, but the TV off, ain't the TV off, like the room is quiet. It's real low. So I could hear. So when I'm like, who you talking to? Like, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? She pop up, what do you mean? I ain't talking to nobody. Try to make it seem like I'm crazy. That's the thing. They try to make it seem like you crazy. Like, I ain't talking to nobody. So I'm like, hello, like she ain't got no earbuds. She ain't got, I swear, man, she ain't got no earbuds. She don't got no earbuds in her ear. And I'm checking her hair and everything. I swear, bro. I sound crazy, but I swear. I'm checking her hair. I'm checking her earrings. You know what I'm saying? Like taking, and I can't find nothing to wear. You know, like if somebody got some earbuds on, you like, okay, that's it. But there's no indication that she got anything to be communicating with somebody on her persons, on her. But I could hear him, who she talking to, and then sometimes I see her, you know, somebody be mumbling, I see her lips moving. But then when I'm like, who is you? You know, the very first time, it freaked me out. It freaked me out. Okay, so boom. So years later, this is the whole reason why I made this YouTube channel, because this years later, I'm in a whole other city, whole other state, boom, they hit me again. Blitz, right? So I'm like, man, but at this point, nothing surprised me. So same tactics, though. They got the same one trick pony, basically, but it's really probably about 4 or 5 tricks they do over and over. So anyway, it's the same thing. Boom, honey pot, honey trap. She here doing the same thing. It's the same voice. It's the same voice that I hear. You know what I'm saying? But this time I'm like, man, whatever. I just rolled over and went to sleep. But so at first, but I'm like, who you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, here we go. And she did the same thing, popped up. I don't got no, what do you mean? Like, I ain't got no earbuds on and I ain't talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then a few days later, same thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's daytime and we outside and I can actually see her lips moving. But at the same time, she ain't got no phone on her. She ain't got no earbuds in her ear, you know what I'm saying? But she communicating with somebody. Swear to God, no lie, I know it sounds crazy, man. Swear to God, God strike me down if I'm lying, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mama, rest in peace, God bless her soul, for real, for real. But this time, it ain't hitting the same, because it's like, man, how many times y'all gonna do the same old, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, man. Whatever, I'm out. But I will say that the dude, James Harkin, he is 100% correct when he say, and then this too. So when I was a truck driver, check this out. When I was a truck driver, I could be anywhere from California to Maine. I done had 1,000 phones, so boom. So when you be out on the road, you know it's Walmart's, and a lot of times in strip malls and Walmart's they have like cricket in the strip mall, a Boost Mobile, or Metro. You know what I'm saying? Across the street or something. I might be somewhere in Nebraska somewhere, and I'm like, okay, let me pull over. Pull over, running the Metro Cricket. You could get him, you know what I'm saying? You could get him any name, you know what I'm saying? When you walk in, what's his name? Barack Obama, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a phone. Boom. So I give him all these random names. Bruce Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Clark Kent, you know what I'm saying? Wolverine, any name, you know what I'm saying? I give him these random names, not literally, but you know what I'm saying? Um, Give them a random name. Let me get a phone real quick. And I'm trying to do it quick. Boom. Get back in the truck. Ride out. I got 1,000 phones, man. If I could get the money back for all the phones I done bought, trying to get these people off my tail, I'd be racked up. So I get a phone, and I'm thinking like, cause you know what I'm saying, and every single phone be compromised. And how do I know? Because you meet somebody, you know what I'm saying, you give them your number, and then boom, you already know the phone, just off the interaction, you know, the phone compromised. It's to the point that where I was thinking, like, I don't even try to do it no more. I don't even try to, whatever, the phone I got now, it is what it is. I don't even, but it was to the point to where I be thinking it's the movie with Will Smith. I can't even remember it. Will Smith and Gene Hackman. I can't remember that movie, but there was, and this movie came out in the '90s. I remember I went to the movies to go see it. This movie came out in the '90s, the mid '90s, late '90s probably. But Will Smith and Gene Hackman. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but Will was trying to get away. The government was after him. And Will was trying to get away, and they was watching him from the satellites in space. Like he was going in stores, he was trying to shake them, and that's how I felt. That's how I felt, bro. I ain't lying, bro. I felt like they gotta be watching me from a satellite in space. That's how I felt a few times, because it's like, how they, you know what I'm saying? How they, I don't know, but I will say, I will say, the dude James Harkin, he was hitting when he was hitting on a cylinder when he said that these folks got access to some high tech technology. Even my cars. I'm telling you, my cars. Like one of my cars, I literally took to a shop, had Cuzzo raise it up on some random, like, let me pull in here, boop, he lifted it. So they ain't had time to flip him yet, because I just randomly pulled in and he lifted it, and we looking for the tracking devices and couldn't find it. But for sure, that car, for sure, they boom. They had that some tracker somewhere on that car. So I say that to say this. I can't say who behind it. For real, at the top, the government, the Freemasons. I don't know who am I to say, but I will say when James Harkin said that these people got access to some high tech technology, they do, 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 and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But I just had to get that off, man. I just had to get that off real quick because, yeah, they do. They got access to high tech technology. They got capital connections. They got capital connections, like Eddie Murphy said on Life. Capital. They got capital connections. They do, but like I said, man, I don't know who am I to say who behind it. Maybe one day it'll come out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it do. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm around to see when it. You know what I'm saying? When they spot get blowed up. But yeah, man, y'all stay focused, man. I'm out, man. Holla at y'all in a minute. God bless.